Let's talk about something genuinely terrifying. I was scrolling through my ghost story email, which can be found in my bio, and I stumbled across this particular email about a mimic. And if you don't know what a mimic is, let me just condense it down for you. It is an entity that looks like, sounds like, and behaves like someone that you are comfortable with. For example, my viral story about a mimic. I heard my boyfriend's voice. It was not my boyfriend. And what mimics try to do is lure you to interact with them. And from my understanding, a mimic does all of this and wants to interact with you and wants a reaction out of you because they like seeing that you're scared. Anyways, the person who sent me the story says that this happened 4 years ago. Her sister had just gone to college, so she was literally the only child in the house with her parents. Well, I guess parents decided to go out for dinner one night and said, hey, we'll text you when we're back. So the person who sent me this email was just hanging out in their room, door closed, and all of a sudden they start to hear someone speaking. Like little mumbly speaking. And at first, she thinks that she is just hearing things. When she tries to listen closer, she can hear this voice saying, why don't you want to talk to me? And shortly after she heard that, she heard another little whisper that particularly said, come here. So at this point in time, her door is not locked, which is very important to this story. And the person who sent me this email says that she knew about mimics specifically and knew whatever was trying to talk to her was not actually there. When I say not actually there, I mean physically there as someone who is trying to talk to her. And she continues to lay there and not say anything. And something that's important is she had this little lamp that was on during this whole thing. The lights started to flicker. And this freaked her out so much that she turned the light switch on, only to see this full body apparition creeping into her room. The person who sent me this literally says in the email verbatim, I don't even know how to describe it. And I can only imagine the worst in my head. So at this point, she leaps up, goes to her door and slams it shut, locks it, and tries to call her parents who are at dinner. Parents say, we'll call you when we're back at the house. He gets a text like 10-ish minutes later. And the text says, we're home. This girl still thinks something's weird with this text, so she looks out of her bedroom window. Her parents' car is not there. They are not home. As all of this is occurring, like the stomach drop feeling of not seeing your parents' car out front, but getting a text from them saying that they're home, she starts to hear this banging on her door. And again, she starts to hear someone talk. It is in her mother's voice saying, you can open the door now because we're home. And this girl knew that that was not her mom, so she did not respond. She did not do anything. She just sat in her room scared until her parents actually got home. And she says she hasn't seen this thing since. The person who sent me this email says that she still hears like little mumbly whispers in her house. And the whole text thing made my skin crawl. Mimics in general make my skin crawl, but this story in particular scared me so bad. Anyways, that's gonna do it for me. Stay tuned for more ghost stories.
Girl, what? What in the world? Girl, that makes you want to lock your doors always. Like, girl, I feel like I'm about to get up and lock my door. Like, like that is just crazy to me. And it's crazy because me and my mom have this running joke. Not really a joke, because I'll be like, is you my mama? We have safe words. We have 2 safe words. Safe word from when I was a child and my new safe word from when I'm an adult. So I'll be like, what's the safe word? And she'd be like, from when you were a child. I was like, just tell me both. Give me both the safe words so I know it's real. I know it's real, mom. I know you my real mom. Like last week, when it was her birthday, I was just like, are you my mom? Because you acted up. And it could have just, I think it was just because it was her birthday. Like she wasn't cooking or anything. My mom hasn't cooked in like 2 weeks. I'm over here fending for myself. I'm like, what is going on? The other day, I was like, Mom, can you make me some breakfast? And we have Saturday morning breakfast. So I was like, this Saturday, will you make me some breakfast? Like, please? But this really makes me feel like the theory I just had in my head, if this wasn't like a thing, like, the whatever the spirits or whatever that is, like, because it's crazy when she described what it was and what it wants, and we all know that they be feeding off of fear and like insecurities, all the negative low vibration energies. Like that's what they want. But what made the theory that popped in my head is like, what if we are in assimilation and somebody in the simulations, it was a hacker that hacked into the simulation and has a phantom hacker, and then they can hack into your cell phones, because this is all a simulation. Because it like throws me off when they say that the spirits get into their phone and like and can communicate and, you know, use the technology. It's just like, what? But then when you go with the theory of we're all on timelines and we're all on frequencies and we're just intertwining, like, because 3D is 4D, or there's a such thing as a fifth dimension that's 4D, and like, you know, the shadows are just two dimension on another dimension, that's their shadow, you know, like going through all those theories, it's just like, what? Like, there's so much that could explain it, but we don't know. And it's just like, wow. But no, friend, that story, absolutely scary. What the absolute freak? Like, what? That's crazy. Scary to me. Absolutely. What? Stop.
Lady caught glitching. Buffering entering car.
Oh, snap. How did she get in the car? I see the fish. I see the fish. I see it. I see it. I feel like it's a stream. Maybe. Bro, you don't even see your car there. That's probably the hole. That's probably the hole. What's that? Is he caught in a spider web? Is that a bird? What is it? Oh. That bird looks fake, like it's on some strange wires. Wasn't I just talking about the simulation? Bruh, I do not plan this. It's flapping. What the gravity?
Zoom out. Zoom in. Out. In. This is a freaking glitch, Mom. What is happening? The Matrix. Matrix. So exciting. This plane isn't moving. Like, it literally isn't moving.
There's a glitch in the simulation, guys.
Like, we were far away, and it's still in the same spot. Like, we're passing it, not them passing us. Look at it. That shit is not moving. Oh, now it is. It wasn't. It wasn't moving.
Oh, that's normal. I see that all the time in North Carolina. You see that. And that last one, when is the last time that you've seen a plane carrying along a banner? It's been so long since I've seen an actual plane with a message. Like, it's been since childhood. Back in the day, in my childhood, that's when those were a thing. I haven't seen one of those lately. But yeah, the rain, normal glitch. That's a normal glitch. A rain cloud with rain pouring down. I mean, that's not even a glitch. That's just nature. I saw a glitch the other day. Last year, I said the other day. It was last year where there was an actual split in the sky. Like, it was light blue on this side and dark blue on this side. If I still have the picture or video, I will tag it. I think I made a short about it. But yeah, the glitch in the Matrix thing, that's crazy. Especially when they see planes just standing still and birds just standing still. That bird looked like it was on a string or something. It could have been, like, I don't know. Like, but some of those glitches, it can be explained. But you know, it's been very prominent. It's been occurring a lot lately, these glitches in the Matrix. And I haven't had one lately. But last week it was a thing. But yeah, weird. Pay attention.
Let me tell y'all about the most scariest shit I have ever seen in my entire life. So it happened last year around this time, right? I was door dashing, doing my usuals. At this time, I was at a very low period in my life, just trying to figure it all out. So, I'm riding around trying to make some money. So typically when I do my DoorDash, I go in the suburban areas because that's where the tips are really good and I just have a better experience and feel a little safer, right? Pulled up in the suburban neighborhood and I came up to the house that I was going to deliver at. When I got to the house, I was just looking at it before I got out. I was like, man, this house is so freaking big and so pretty. When you first walk up, there's like a long pathway. There's flowers. There's like bird baths. Now, when I walked up to the house, y'all, it's a castle, okay? It's gorgeous. In the front, you have like the two big brown doors. You have two windows, one on each side in the front. Now, the way they're made is like oval shaped. So it's like from the very top to the bottom. Like it's a long window. And it was no blinds. It was just straight open. So, bitch, I set the food down on the doorstep, right? When I set the food down, I went through the app. You have to select some stuff and then you get ready to take a picture. So I do that. Now, when I took the picture, I was trying to make sure that the door frame or the door area was in it so that way they can see that I dropped it off at the front door. So I had to kind of take a step back a little bit to take the picture. So once I did that and took the picture, some said, look up, bitch. When I looked up, y'all, bitch, there was a fucking woman in the window on the left side. She went there before. Because remember, I walked up. There was nobody in the window. She was in the window. I could see the top of this lady's head to the bottom of her feet. This lady had nothing on. From head to toe, she was bare. Nothing on. She was an older white woman, right? She had red ginger hair, light blue eyes, and she was real small. And she was super tall. I had never in my life seen no shit like that. I wouldn't even get on here and cat with y'all. I ain't never in my life seen nobody so fucking tall like that. And her skin was so pale. Man, when I tell y'all, my soul immediately left my body. I could feel it. I could really feel, like, you ever been so fucking scared that you feel like you have fucking left and your body ain't caught up yet? That's how scared I fucking was. I remember pulling off. I had my friend connected to the Bluetooth speaker, so her loud ass mouth coming out the car. And I'm pulling off and I'm telling her about the lady, and the lady is still in the fucking window, ain't moved. Ain't moved. I end up leaving, so my friend was like, go and see, like, if that food's still there. Bitch, how about I took my motherfucking ass back and rolled by there. The food was gone, but the lady was still there. What the fuck?
Yo, that's creepy, Tony. A dream. Tony with a dream. Because was it a dream? Nah, I believe that was real life. That is weird, but it's crazy, though. With these nice houses, I've noticed when I was door dashing, I used to be a door dasher. That's how I made my money. They used to pay real good. Like, real good. Like, I can make over $400 in a week good. They ain't that good no more. They ain't that good no more. Well, I don't know, because I haven't been doing it. But when I stopped doing DoorDash, they were not that good. You could barely make, like, $30 in an 8-hour day. Like, was crazy. It was crazy. But, yeah. And those really nice houses be, like, frail older people, like they're like their house or their family is taking care of them, and it's like they're just older and getting to the last stages of life, and some have dementia, some I've seen that. I experienced that a lot. So I wouldn't have thought anything of it. When I used to deliver mail, there used to be this lady who would be in her yard when I deliver her mail, and she had Alzheimer's, and she would always be like, this man has kidnapped me. And one day I called the cops because I was like, you didn't kidnap this woman? Man, it was her husband, and I didn't know she had dementia and all this stuff. But every time I would deliver, she would have a new story. It's just how it is when you get older. It's the brain sugar diabetes. That's what it is. We don't want that. Stop eating sugar. Okay, friend, that was weird, but not weird. Coming from me, that's not weird. I've seen a lot of stuff. I've seen when I used to deliver pieces, I've seen people come to the door with no bottoms on, and they're in their right mind, young age, not like young, like our age young, you know. And I just be like, okay, I'm gonna keep my eyes up here. Keep my eyes up here. I had some experiences, especially with older women. Them older black women, they love me. They be like, come inside. I be like, okay. I need a new sugar mama. Come on now. But no, friend, that was weird. And I can imagine you was terrified because, like, why? What had happened was probably she was having an episode or whatever, and her family's just probably just because sometimes people with dementia, they're really mean and hard to cooperate. They don't want to cooperate. So maybe her family is just like, you know, if you want to stand in the window, you stand in the window. And it's probably, the houses are probably far enough apart where no one really cares, or they already know, the neighbors already know. So somebody probably got the food and she was just still standing there. Like, you know, I feel like that one could be explained away, but I can imagine in the moment you were just like, what the freak is happening? And I have experienced that moment where you've been so scared your body has left. Your soul has left your body. You're just like, I ain't so looking down like, what you about to do, body? Because we're here right now. But yeah, no, friend, that was weird and creepy probably in the moment. I'm just surprised you went back, but I feel like I would have went back too because curiosity kills the cat, boo. But yeah, curve like that. But yeah, like this video, follow all the creators, and subscribe.